It's really got to be drilled. When we talk about a low single leg,
Okay, we're going to try something a little different. Since the co-host is out of town for the podcast, we're going to just go through and watch the Penn State versus Missouri duel and maybe talk about some positions or see whatever comes up. Something interesting you'll notice a lot of the times Penn State guys will attack in the first 10 to 15 seconds on the whistle when the match starts. And we saw Lillidahl do it there. It seems to be one of their core principles or whatever you want to say. Not quite a full commit. I'm seeing a lot more underhook from guys as well. Wow, that was really nice. Let's go back and find that. Inside collar, guys over tie. This is one of the reasons I don't necessarily like over tie unless you immediately do something with it. Just slips right underneath. Great inside step. This is an incredible knee and foot angle because the only direction the guy's going to go to defend is away, and he's tracking his movement with that knee. Right? If his knee's pointed straight, then the guy likely skips out of there. But this is an incredible knee angle and toe point. So we'll see when he steps, his toe is already starting to point a little bit toward the direction he's going, and his knee is going to follow. Just really nice. We see that direction. Attacks the leg. We can see where the guy was trying to go this way. But Lillidahl gets to his leg anyway. 2 hands around the ankle to secure the kick out option. And then looks for far leg. Gets his score. Well, maybe. Not a bad roll. Not in a great spot. We'll see what happens. Penn State's normally pretty good in these positions. Oh, nice. He doesn't score. Little kind of back hook position. Trying to use the danger rule to his advantage. Now we're in kind of that split middle situation. Kind of a Winn-Dixie attempt to get him off balance. Really good option to finish here. Let's see. Ouch. That hurts my knees. And Lillidahl gets scored on first. And immediately gets away. So as soon as he knows he gets taken down, we see him start to look to kind of seal or control something as he recovers the position. So guy's on ankle, elbow is inside the guy's arm, so if he does let go of this leg, he can't get back inside. Really solid takedown recovery. Oh. Again, just letting Penn State have a collar tie is just not a good idea. Not a good idea. So he fights inside to his collar, and then is going to attack this lead leg here with just a nice, simple ankle pick. Let's see if he scores this one. Ooh, he does not. Good recovery. This is an interesting concept. So you'll see these guys, they typically keep a hand low when they're hand fighting. So one high here, one low on the other side. And then after almost any attack attempt by the opponent, you'll see some attempt of re-attack. But I'm sure he has put a ton of time into it. Was this the same attack as earlier? Yep. He's inside collar, guys over tie. Look at this is actually, what a great demonstration of just micro detail to make your attack just a little bit better. Knee angle, coming across, toe angle coming across, because the guy's going to only be able to defend really away. Gets to the leg. Let's see if he can get a finish here. Crack down. Legs are already split. Good for the offensive guy. Yep, shelves it on his hip. See how he gets his inside hand free. It's one of the harder parts in here. Oh, guy just kind of bails because he doesn't want to be put in danger and then end up on his back. Let's see if he does the same thing. Thumb out on the elbow, far arm, then short shoulder hook. Now he's over top, chopping. Pretty classic Penn State stuff here. Look at the way he's using his knee to extend this side, as well as he's behind the arm, so he's probably pushing this arm forward and pushing this knee backwards. Extends that side. Oh, guy does a little sit out to get out of there. All right. If you'll notice, Little Doll is always making contact with his right hand, and his left hand will stay low. All right, so small thing, but we kind of see this hand down and low, elbow kind of in towards his legs, and he's always right hand on first, and then he can adjust up to where he wants. See if it, yep, right hand on, then left hand on. Let's see if the knee angle is any different here. Because same attack as before, but he misses. So, nope, still decent toe point, still tracking. This guy's just able to skip out of it this time. We saw the direction, ended up going this way. This guy defending away. Okay. Gets a decent seal, gets to his feet. So this is, I bet they actually talk about this. So instead of trying to stay up here and kind of fight their hands, as soon as you turn down, the ref has to start counting, right? Because he's below, down on that leg. And as soon as you're back technically on the mat, not in a mat return situation or a rear standing situation, the ref has to start making this count. If he gets to 5, it's a stall. So as soon as you put hands on the mat, this guy's got to find a way to climb up their body, which could put them in a rush, which could allow like a seal, or there it was. That's the seal. So this guy, it's like, okay, I got to find a way to climb up his body and get back on top, or I give up stalling. And as soon as he does, we're going to see this elbow shoot to his hip, trying to seal this backside arm out right away. And it eventually leads to his escape. I would almost bet all of my money that they talk about that, where instead of, hey, they grab your leg, turn down, and then expect them to have to climb up in more of a rushed fashion. So look for that seal as you go. Really good job keeping this guy off balance. So he's got a lead with short time. And we see him doing a couple things. Obviously, he's circling, but he's also faking. When this guy tries to close the gap, maybe to get an attack off. So here he'll down block, fake, fake to get this guy off balance. So it makes it harder for him to get his feet set to attack. Here we got Braden Davis. Let's see if we got anything, any themes. Well, there's the first one. That's a theme, right? Again, first freaking 15 seconds or whatever, looking to attack. So they get set up on the line, shake, whistle, attack. All right, so That's 2 for 2 on whistle attacks. Little, oh, that was sick. What an incredible sequence. This is this is sick. I hope he scores this so that I can continue to talk about it. What an insane, that is that's clip of the year. That was nuts. Okay. Got a little kind of overhook 2-on-1 action. This guy goes baseball slide drag, counter attack, little elbow lift. Crazy place to attack from. He's got to recover a lot here to get on a decent finish option with his knee inside and his foot way outside. Toes hanging out. This is a difficult position, but great window. Hand gets the leg anyway. This is why this ends up all wonky. So that little rotation, we'll take a look at it here. So we talk to our kids actually about this a lot. When you hit the attack, if your toes hanging out, it's really hard for you to like windshield wiper or knee slide or pivot or do anything to start working towards a finish. And then if you try to get to your feet, really the only place you can go is like rotating this knee up, which sticks your butt way out. So we see he takes his step, which you see a bunch, and then we're going to see this knee rotate, and that makes his butt be out, his hips not underneath his shoulders. Pretty difficult spot. And then it ends up in a really weird scramble position. Just a sick transition. This could be not so good. I mean, guy's got a quick Merkle option or side headlock if he makes a transition fast, but Davis rolls, gets between his legs, back in on like a high crotch situation, and then catches the arm for a fireman's carry type option. So we see this guy's kind of hooked. His hand's going to come over, catch the elbow. And then he immediately changes direction, back the other way. Looks like he let go of the arm. Goes low to collapse the guy's knee. So his hand slid from up high to the ankle. That way when he drives, this foot has nowhere to move but in. Knocks him right over. And then immediately looks for, I love this, a Peterson finish. Almost gets it. This guy uses the momentum to roll through, and he ends up back hooked on this leg. He tries to go again back the other direction. Actually decently close. Now switches bottom leg right here. And then eventually, I think, just works his head out, if I remember correctly. But what a great, just a great sequence of wrestling. That was insane. Yep. Maybe. Yep. I've actually been noticing, I see, so Turk and leg in that like, can opener position, I've been seeing this position come up a lot in Penn State matches. So I think they must be spending time there. I don't know. But this kind of where they end up getting their toe toward their head, I've been seeing it a ton. It shows up in a couple different places for them, and this Turk position is one of them. That is just the most uncomfortable. This is something I see often as well on their counterattacks in short offense or in this front headlock position. They almost always try to go to their right first. And I think tactically, like, I don't think people spend a lot of time defending go behinds on this side, and most of their recovery from missed attacks is spent circling this direction because most people try and go behind this way. So just a solid, simple drag go behind to the side that guys aren't used to defending. It's smart tactics. Let's see if we get an attack in like the first 15 seconds from Bartlett. Looking like a no, but he might be the exception because he doesn't seem to do a ton of offense anyway. So he is being real disciplined with his hands right now. Little stop sign action. So on this attack, he's keeping his hands disciplined. We're going to see him match his hand to this guy's attack hand. And just say, get out of here. Wow. Elite speed. Hasn't quite attacked yet, but definitely moved forward. Oh, there you go. I'd say around about 15-ish seconds within that window. Most of these guys are going to attack. And the counter. Just really solid work. Really solid work. The attack redirects on the elbow. And again, let's see which direction he goes. Well, he went kind of right first and then back left. So we'll count it. Anchor. Gets the score. So if you're looking at how to improve on top, go watch Penn State wrestle. You're gonna have to really look because it's a lot of micro things. But like here, so as soon as this guy starts to build his base, it's hard to see on this side, but you're gonna see his knee collapse back again. So you can kind of see under here. This is Van Ness's knee right there. Gonna push that knee backwards and out to break him back down. A lot of small things they do, but and this is a position they've all been getting to as well. This arm on the back position. I've seen it a ton in a lot of their duels. I mean, they're doing it to almost everybody. Uh-oh. Here's kind of that other position I was talking about. It goes can opener from it. I think that's the name of this. I don't know, but again, ends up in that spot where foot's close to head. I'll look at the transition real quick one time. Goes from arm on back to attacking leg. Right here. So he's arm on back, which the last thing this guy's worried about is him grabbing his leg. He's like, my arm's on my back. What am I going to do? And then now it's too late. Scoops it. Elbow on laces. Hand on heel. And this is just a tough spot to be in. All right. Oh, imagine that. Attacked pretty early. Wow. Let's see. Probably knee over heel, pulls their foot to him, straightens the leg. Useless whizzer now. Guy knows it. He pulls it out. Ouch. Good shelf. That's just a good job. Let's take a look at the attack again. And then some things on the finish. Let's see, we're over under kind of. More underhook, little throw by action. Penetrates back down. Okay. I really like, so he hits. Then he's immediately trying to use his head to kind of cut the guy back. And then when his foot steps, he is ready to try and cover that heel. I don't necessarily like, so I do like and I don't like. When he steps and hooks, most people will hook way too deep and then you'll kind of be off balance backwards. But he does kind of a shallow hook, more of like a block at the guy's heel. And then pulls his foot back instead of necessarily driving over. The guy's able to kind of limp his leg out. Steps over again. Not a huge fan of the shoulder position. It's not terrible, but it's okay, and he's going to fix it right here. So when he steps over, he's going to look to extend this guy's leg towards him. Getting that leg straight makes the guy's whizzer pretty useless, right? And the other thing it does is hooking like this frees his hands to start attacking other things. So now, I mean, he's not even necessarily grabbing the guy's leg anymore. He's literally just got it hooked and is pushing this leg down, looking for his best option to finish. And anytime you'll see this thing start to wiggle or come loose, he gets back above the knee with one of his hands. So here, he kind of goes body lock. This knee starts to turn down where this guy might be able to limp his foot out. Goes hand above the knee right away to stop that motion. And then even brings his other hand above the knee while this one slides to the ankle. Looks to shelf. Hand above knee. It's going to pull him backwards here. Comes to his feet. This is just a nice trip. This is just good work. Really nice. Just counterattack to his right side again. Oh. Did we see the little pull here? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So gets him to the edge. Guy doesn't want to give up. Little pull. And then attack across. So if he just gets pressured out of bounds here, probably a stall call. Little pull. And then attacks. Really nice. Little single leg. What a nice float there. Tool's really good when you grab a single leg. I don't think anybody scores here, but okay. We'll take a look at the attack first, and then there's one little specific thing that O'Toole does that I want to look at. Nice little just head tap single. Okay. He's blocking this guy's elbow with his knee and kind of pushing it in. Makes it actually hard to like back hook this leg or anything. And then when he starts to get lifted, he takes that leg in front, which gives him kind of this hip wiggle that floats him off, right? So the pressure starts to go toward Haines's head as he gets lifted. Now when this leg starts to kind of kick back straight, the pressure is going to start to go across. And he's even probably pushing this knee across to kind of move Haines's weight that direction. Yep. And then he just floats backwards. If Haines doesn't lock his hands here, it's probably a knee slip over top and then like far ankle position. But he hangs on. And then O'Toole looks to get in that body cradle Trella position. Quad pod stand up. What did I just see? Okay. Haines steps his leg out. And O'Toole's got kind of some back leg pressure here. Then Haines moves his foot back in. Side of his leg. All the way inside. So this actually relieves some back knee pressure. Right there. That's interesting. So weight forward and ankle hooking and things like that kind of beat this quad pod position, but this kind of eliminates those options. So he goes leg inside, and when he straightens this leg, we're going to see O'Toole's foot come off the mat and out that direction. Little cross step, and then this foot comes off the mat and out. It allows him to get to his feet. Interesting. Something to play with. Oh. Yikes, not a good spot. Not a good spot. Oh, what a great rotation, though. Okay. Okay. Let's look at how he ended up here and how he got out. O'Toole's pretty much a quad pod guy, so we're going to see quad pod rotation. Haines looking to put his leg in off this rotation. O'Toole recognizes it. Actually moves his hand on the mat backwards. I don't know if he recognized it or if it was part of his quad pod stand up where he moves his hand back. But either way, he gets under the leg. If Haines doesn't have this ankle here, it's going to be a switch motion for O'Toole. So we see him try and switch, but Haines has far ankle, and he ends up in a crossface ankle hook position with O'Toole's far ankle. Not an ideal spot for bottom guy. But the recovery, pretty good. So here we're going to start to see him try and put his toe in the mat on this ankle hook. And if he starts to sit into him and straighten his leg, it'll knock Haines off balance. Backwards. First attempt. Haines moves his foot back. Here's the second attempt. So we can see when it kind of shifts. So right here, Haines's knee is pretty much to the inside of his foot. But as we continue to move through, O'Toole starts to rotate. Now we see knee is outside his foot, and he'll be able to kind of sit him toward this hip when he keeps rotating. So toe still on the mat. There's no post this direction to stop him from going backwards. Elbow between, not over top or anything like that. And he actually takes it all the way between, grabs his leg. Oh, interesting. Is he grabbing his own? Oh, no. He's grabbing his own leg. He's not. And comes up, kind of over under, gets his escape. Good stuff from both guys on bottom this match. Let's see the attack. All right, real quick. This is something Penn State does a decent amount too. Guy will thumb block, and they'll use their head to knock it off. Doop. Just kind of a straight on. Single leg ends up being high crotch-ish. Below the knee. Gets his leg straight. Sits him. Crack down. If O'Toole's arm isn't under here, this might be instant takedown. And then as this arm gives him enough time to slide his hip heist his other leg underneath and keep it away. He jumps back over top. Really like hand beat on the heel here. Oh, lets it go. Now O'Toole, this is the leg being attacked, so he wants to fall to this side, catch far ankle over here on this side, and he's gonna try to kick off his armpit. The hand switch probably saves Haines here, so he goes from hand over top, and he takes his hand, replaces it, and then goes underneath and just kind of stalemates it out. Oh, decent attack. Great float. Ooh, good counter. Little cutback action, trying to mid lift. Haines knocks him to his hip. Penn State does a lot of that as well, where they grab the guy's wrist. Oh, interesting. Fantastic sequence so far. Oh. I know some people, I just don't think that's a takedown. I know some people do. I do not think that's a takedown in this spot. This is a takedown. All right, let's go look at the whole thing. Just way back here. Inside collar. High crotch. Tries to like dump him into crackdown right away. O'Toole ends up floating off. Single leg on the recovery. Tries to cut back a little bit, then tries to mid lift. And just kind of squashes him. Really nice off balance here. So uses this hand to knock O'Toole to his hip. Because he's two hands on the leg, there's going to be no post over there. And then Penn State does this a ton. They'll grab the wrist and like try to pull it up in a way to clear that hand, which does happen. Interesting with his knee here as well. So he's kind of using it to block his elbow. If his knee's below his elbow, he might be able to like back hook his leg, but he's using this knee to kind of push this elbow up. End up in kind of a high crotch Merkle type position, spladle-ish. O'Toole sits with it. Uses his head to take him all the way back. Haines tries to dump him to his back there, recovers his bottom leg. O'Toole back above the knee and then gets to his feet. Haines attacking the hands the whole time. It's a good plan. Good trip. Okay, underhook like knee pick type finish. Really close to scoring there. Okay. I don't think this is a takedown because O'Toole's shoulder is way too far back this way. If Haynes' knee is next to his hip with his leg in, then probably a takedown. But with this shoulder being this far back, I just don't see the control because he immediately is able to get his shoulder back through. And then ends up coming out the back door.